This is Richard Fowler. I'm John Kilpatrick with Okolona Aikido, Louisville, Kentucky, USA. And today I want to show some things about what we're doing with our parries or with our leading that are not parries. And I want to show how Kote Gaeshi might be used with multiple attackers. And the point won't really be to show Kote Gaeshi, I've done that on other videos, but to show some of the problems involved with multiple attackers. And let's start off with just something basic about the way O-sensei did leading. And most of his videos where he really demonstrates this is with sword. And it seems obvious to me that he learned this with his sword work. And the attack you see him teach, the exercise you see him teaching his students in several of the videos is what in Kendo would be called Min Nuki Kote. And so in this, Uki is attacking Shomanuchi, and what O-sensei does then is he leads and cuts Kote. So he's cutting the guy's hand off. And then, and usually he doesn't finish that by coming in and killing his partner, because after all, Aikido's peaceful and cutting the arm off is peaceful. So, when you've got a one-handed sword, everything is done with the sword pretty much. For us, we're doing knife defense, and it's hard to remember, but particularly if you have a knife, it's hard to remember, but we have two hands. So what you've seen us do a lot in here is when there are two different ways we do this, and it depends partly on the attack and partly what we're trying to learn in the practice. But so when he goes to do ski, see, as I'm coming here and leading with this hand and then hitting, and now we're going to be talking about Kote Gaeshi, so this hand catches underneath his wrist. But another way of doing this, which you might like better, depends on how you're trained. Maybe in Aikido you wouldn't train this that much, but we train it a lot. And that is that when he goes to attack, I'm leading up here to his face, then I strike down on his arm. And when I strike down, I'm trying to make him drop the knife. I'm trying to break his arm. This is what I'd like. So this is like his sword cutting your arm off. This is not intended as a parry. It's intended to really, and the other hand is coming in here as additional protection. So this is the same thing we did before, where I hit here, then I come in for a shot where I really want to hurt him. If I get this shot right, if it does what I would really like for it to do, he's going to collapse here. If it doesn't, then what you normally see us do is come up and hit with this hand and make sure he collapses. Today we'll do Kote Gaeshi. And to do Kote Gaeshi, of course, like I say, I hope this will take care of him, at least daze him. Now, our full-blown Kote Gaeshi, we're breaking his structure. So we're pulling around here where his structure's broken, then we jerk this, and so I'm pulling his hand one way and the knife the other way. And notice that I'm far behind him. So when you have more than one attacker, you know, a lot of times in Aikido, well, somebody made a comment about one of my videos, I think the last video I did. And so we'll have our anonymous attacker come in here and help us here. But when I go to, so now I've got two attackers, and this is the situation we've been talking about. And So when he comes here, I come here. Well, if I've got this guy close to me, the anonymous attacker can just reach over him or something and stab me. And this happens a lot in Aikido classes. And remember that when I first came here, you know, boom, I hit him. Well, he's probably going to drop. I can't be messing with dragging him around trying to protect myself. So, now all of this knife-taking stuff, when everybody's really converging on you, and you're not going to believe this, but we do really converge on each other, you have almost no time. So the way we do the Kote Gaeshi gives you extra protection. You know, realistically, if you've got 2 attackers, say, or even 3 or 4, they're going to be in this circle. They're not going to be way out there. So if you can get away from this circle, you're in good shape. Your problem is coming from behind you. And this is what you practice with sword work in Aikido a lot. You know, Saito has you practicing, you know, the guy attacks and you're getting behind him and facing back where you were coming from. That's what you're doing. So here, when they attack, see, now, this is what I'm doing. I'm getting this, taking this knife, so the way and I'm not bothering with throwing him. I don't have time to do that. And if he's on the floor getting under my feet, he's likely to get me killed just because I fall over him. So what happened there is I'm coming, I hit. Now I'm still moving. I don't stop here. I'm moving back and getting distance. And then I'm cutting, I'm doing just what Osensei does. I'm in his face, I cut, and then I'm in his throat or something. I'm finishing it here because I've got a lot of attackers. So this is a situation, this is what we find we have to do if we have any hope of surviving a multiple attack situation.